Hello, this is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your comments, and thank you for your thumbs up. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. And yes, we are commanded to love one another, whether we want to or not, or whether we agree with each other or not. And today's video is straightforward and direct. And I'm directing this video to Jamaicans this time. And I'm saying, Jamaicans, stay out of Americans' business. I think y'all remember this young lady. This is the one who made the whole video on TikTok about Black Americans complaining too much about what the white man has done to you. I'll let you listen to a little bit of it because I don't want to hear the whole thing. But take a listen.
And Black American people, can y'all please stop talking about what the white man is doing to hold y'all down? I got friends who couldn't afford tissue growing up, so they used to go in the bush and use a leaf to wipe their doo-doo, their shit. Where are they from? Country, Jamaica. And all of them just bought their girl Benzes this year. Wait, I don't know if all of them was wiping their doo-doo with leaf, but all of them came from nothing, and all of them got their girls' Benzes this year. And it's not about the Benz or the bags. The point is, life in other countries is harder than it is in America. Immigrants come here and have it harder than you as an American, and they still make it happen. They buy more land than you, and they don't even go here. They're not from here. And you still talk about what got taken from you during slavery?
This is another ignorant immigrant that doesn't know what she's talking about. Black Americans own 3 million plus acres of land in the United States of America. Lately, I've been seeing a wave of videos from some Jamaican commentators telling Black Americans to stop talking about racism, stop addressing white Americans, and stop discussing the history that shaped this country. So let me be very clear. Black Americans are Americans. This is our country, this is our lineage, and this is our business. This isn't a random conversation we're having right now. Black Americans and white Americans have a 400-year shared history, a brutal history, a complicated history, but a real history. We built this country together. We suffered in it together, and we changed it together. Our relationship with white Americans is not something outsiders can parachute into and try to referee. And that's what it seems like these Jamaicans are doing. They're trying to referee a game whose rules they don't understand. Black Americans did not migrate to the United States of America. We were born into the foundation of this nation. Our ancestors built the infrastructure, fought the wars, changed the laws, and forced this country to live up to its constitution. We didn't have to run to another country to find opportunity. We created opportunity right here. And that gives us agency that somebody from Jamaica doesn't have. So again, they need to stay out of Black Americans' business. Now, I am not the only Black American that's baffled by some of these immigrants. When some immigrants come here and see Black Americans living well, owning homes, building businesses, and thriving in the same country that once enslaved us, it challenges their assumptions. Instead of admitting that what we've built is impressive, some mask their discomfort as concern for white Americans or lectures about how we should behave. So instead of addressing what you're really feeling, which is jealousy, you try to switch it around and say, oh, you need to do this or you're not doing that. when you had to run here from a country that is failed, that you have no agency in, even though you are the majority in your country. So, what does it say about you that you couldn't make it in your country where you are in a majority, where your people run the government, the economy, and the social structures? You had to run to another country to make a better life for yourself. And you came here expecting to leech off of Black Americans. But when you got here, the gate had gone up and things had changed. Black Americans have self identified, and there is no way that someone who is not a part of our lineage can leech onto it. So let us be honest. Some of the anger comes from the fact that Black Americans are finally naming ourselves FBA, ADOS, Solon, whatever Black people are deciding to name themselves. These terms simply describe our lineage. They're not anti immigrant, but they're pro accuracy. But some people feel threatened because they can't claim our history, our culture, our struggles, or our victories because we put up the gate. So they go back to pretending that they're concerned about white people. If they're concerned about white people in America, but they're not concerned about what the white people are doing down in Jamaica. See, so there's a contradiction there, and nobody's fooled. We're not fooled by that. We know that you're disguising your anger and your jealousy with supposed concern for white Americans. And let me put anybody's mind to ease who thinks that white Americans need an ally in someone that's a refugee or an immigrant, someone that we're not even sure is in this country legally. If you think white Americans need you as an ally or want you as an ally, they don't. They are perfectly capable of taking care of themselves. And then there's that other thing that's got them triggered, the ice pressure. There's also frustration because Black Americans are throwing ourselves into immigration battles that have nothing to do with us. We're not fighting ICE because ICE isn't targeting us. And somehow that turns into insults, name calling, and demands that we leave white people alone. It's projection, not principle. You're not concerned about white people. You're concerned about the fact that we have a hands off approach to this, and we're saying you're on your own. In the past, we might have been concerned about you. In the past, we might have gotten out into the streets and taken a beating for you, but those days are over. You're on your own. You get out there and you face ICE on your own. If you're here illegally, you need to self deport. If you're here legally, you need to do what they tell you to do and bring your paperwork with you so they can verify that you're in this country legally. So here's the core message. Let me say this respectfully but firmly. If you are not a Black American, stay out of Black American business. You don't get to dictate how we talk about our history or our country or our relationship with the people we've lived alongside for centuries. White people know us and we know them. White people are strong. They can take whatever we have to say to them. And it is our responsibility to remind them that this country got rich on the backs of our ancestors. And while they were able to build and thrive and gain wealth, generational wealth, we were not. So it's our responsibility to speak that to white Americans. Immigrants don't understand this because they don't have that kind of relationship with anybody. They didn't build with the white people in Jamaica. They didn't create a great empire with the white people in Jamaica. So they don't understand the relationship between Black Americans and white Americans. And that's why they should stay out of it. So I'm going to end on this. Black Americans don't bother anybody. We don't go to other people's countries telling them how to talk, how to vote, or how to address their own history. All we ask is the same respect in return. If you're a guest in this country, act like a guest. And if you don't understand our lineage, that's fine. Just don't speak on it. Just don't speak on it. Just stay out of our business and we will give you the same respect. Okay, y'all, let me know what you think about this video. Thank you for listening and have a good evening.